On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, Sunday of MCACN 2024, and I'm going to show you the entire barn find and hidden gems display in hopefully one or two movements. Let me know what you think. It is Sunday, November 24th, 2024. It's technically the second day of MCACN, Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, and I thought I'd take you through my barn finds and hidden gems display, show you what's going on this year. And this is just a small preview of everything. I will go row by row and give you whatever history I know on the cars or car. Unfortunately, it's not as much, as I only found a handful of the cars that are in here this year. So let's start off with, right up front is one that I was personally involved with. 1968 Dodge Coronet RT convertible. It is a Hemi car, automatic, on the floor. It's originally silver with red stripe, with a white top, with a red interior, and it would look stunning when done. It does not have the original engine. If you go back and watch a video of mine from about a year or so ago with all these cars in a lean-to, and I'll insert a picture here of what it looked like then, this car was in that grouping. The owner was kind enough to bring it after my friend Seth talked him into it, per se. And it's here at the end. It's like one of 7 cars, I believe, built like this. So it's pretty cool. Next to it is a 1969 Mercury Cyclone. It is not a Cyclone spoiler, just a Cyclone. But this thing is a 428 Super Cobra Jet drag pack car. It was rescued by my friends Michael and Rachel Johnson, and they dug it out, and they were so excited they brought it here to MCACN, and they gave me a box of Sharpie markers, which was very kind of them. So that was cool. This is one I have no knowledge about, except that they submitted it, and it's got like bias ply tires, and it's a real rebel machine. We know that much, and it has all the doodads. So it has like the red, white, and blue grill. It has the factory hood with the tack in it. Even has the interior with the red, white, and blue armrest in the middle. But this thing is rough. You can see for there that there's big dent and damage, but it's a rebel machine and it rolls and runs. I mean, it doesn't run, it rolls. So it'll probably be restored. Next to it is a 1972 Pontiac Grand Prix. It is a SSJ / Hearst Pontiac, which these are really beautiful cars. They're so unique with their single headlights. Very, very cool. Next to it is my friend. He was in Barn Finds last year with probably one of the loudest vehicles we've ever had. It was a SC Scrambler, and when he lit that thing off, it shook the walls here, which was really funny for this AMC. But this is his recent rescue, a 71 AMC Hornet ST360, which was their high performance model. And it runs, it drives. He drove it in here. Next to that is another friend. It's 1970 Dodge Coronet RT. It is not a Super, it is a Coronet RT, and it is a convertible. It's a 440 4-barrel car. Very, very pretty. Next to that is a 1978 Pontiac Trans Am Special Edition Y88, 1 year only. It's a 400, original Pontiac 400 V8 with 4-barrel, and it has the WS6 suspension, from what that says, which means it has the better sway bars and disc brakes and so on. This thing is cool with the big T-tops and the Schwinn fastback bike with it. Now, the next car is very unique. You're like, oh, why is there a wrecked car in here? And I'll pause for a second while you can read the sign. But this is a 1972, I'll give you the abbreviated version. 72 Chevrolet, heavy Chevy, which was like a sticker package like the GTO Judge or the Plymouth Roadrunner. And they could come with, I think, a 350, maybe a 307, 350, and then a 402 big block. and you could get a 4-speed. This is a 402 4-speed heavy Chevy, which is rare, but even rare is this car was bought new in 72 by the owner, the previous owner, and then wrecked in 73 and then just left out in the back yard, basically. And unfortunately, the owner left it there for basically 50 years and passed away without doing anything with it. And my friends bought it. This right here is Priscilla Presley's Excalibur. I guess it was it was hers. She bought it in her original maiden name. And I guess it got delivered like after they got divorced. She got divorced from Elvis. And my friend George, he put out an ad looking for an Excelsior. This one, he got a call on it. It was in Texas. He found out the history through some sort of Excalibur registry and discovered this was her car. It's really neat. It's basically like a 72 big block Corvette underneath. It's got the same engine, all that stuff. This is really neat. 1965 Pontiac 2+2. And you're like, oh, what's so special about a 2+2? This one is a 421 tri-power 4-speed. I'll show you the tri-power 4-speed convertible, fully loaded. It has like tons of options. I'll show you real quick. Black car, black interior. I think is cool. And next to it is a 1964 Pontiac Safari station wagon. This one is also a 421 tri-power. This thing has the first year available transistorized ignition system that came on a handful of Pontiacs. My friend actually had a complete setup that we sold like 10, 20 years ago for, I think it was $7,000. And the interior in this thing is mint. I mean, it's so weird. It's a station wagon with bucket seats and an automatic on the floor, but it's really pretty. And then over here in the corner is a big block. I think it's a 390, 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 XL. And thankfully, these rolled pretty easily because the only one that ran is the wagon. But this is the first row of the barn find display. And I'll go through the next row and then we'll end on the middle. Okay, and now here we are on the second side of the MCACN Barn Finds and Hidden Gems display. This year, because of, let's say, issues last year, we decided to cut back barn finds to its original size of approximately 25 cars. So there is no, there actually is some other barn finds in the show, like the Yenko Camaro I documented previously, and some other Camaros in the main lobby, which I'll focus on here in a minute. But this is the main area. This is the important one. Like this 1970 440 4-barrel Superbird, and it is a pretty nice car, but it is a survivor with 26,000 original miles. And I won't go into too much detail on these because these guys have their own information on their website, but this is 1969 Dodge Daytona 444 barrel that Mopar 5150 picked up. And basically this car, that car, that car, that car, and that car are all Mopar 5150. So I'll just go over what they are, and then you can go to their YouTube channel and find it. Like this 1969 Hemi Charger RT. And next to that, the 1968 Dodge Charger RT. Followed by, there's two actual 446 barrel Cudas in the show, but I'll show you the second one here in a minute. Fortunately, this one runs. Then we got a 1970 Dodge Challenger TA. Then the 1971 Dodge Challenger RT 440. Is it a 440? I thought it was a, oh, it's a 426. No, let's see. Oh, it's a Hemi. This was a wide hood molding car, which I do have for my car. And then this was a recent pickup. They found this on Facebook Marketplace. A 1971 Hemi Cuda. And a little bit of controversy. It has an Argent shaker with 426 Hemi emblems on it. Now, this car should have had, if it was, perfectly done at the factory, it would have Hemi Cuda emblems on the shaker. But I know personally that Tim Wellborn of the Wellborn Museum also has a red Hemi Cuda 71 and a 70, but the 71 is one that we're focusing on. And it has also the 426 Hemi emblem on the shaker instead of the correct Hemi Cuda one. So I don't know if it's something about the red cars or what, but these both have it. And over here is a 1970 Dodge Coronet 440. The 440 does not denote the engine size. It is just a model number. And it is a FM3, which is Panther Pink, Dodge color. And this one came out of Canada. And it looks good, but man, when you look at it closer, it's seen some stuff. All right, we're gonna go now. This is my booth area. I had 30 books here and sold them all by today, which I was really not expecting. Let me go back to the front and show you the last two cars in this area. This right here is a 1970 Plymouth Cuda. It is a 446 barrel car with, I forget if it's an automatic or a manual, but I'll show you the interior in a minute. And this was found in Minnesota by the owner, Kyle Shea. He dropped me a line a few months ago when he picked up the car saying, "Hey, thought you liked this really cool car." And I'm like, this thing is absolutely incredible. The paint, the wording, the lettering. It's a really cool time. I'm like, you have to bring this to MCACN. He's like, you know what? Okay, bring it to MCACN. And it's been the hit. People have absolutely gone gaga for this thing, which is so awesome. And Kyle sent me some pictures and I'll share them here. And then when Brad Miles of Los Angeles saw pictures of this car, he decided to make a scale die cast of it. And he was meticulous in building it. And it was really cool that they did a whole bunch of pictures together. And I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but they should be together. It's just that neat. Interior. And then here's the crowning piece. It says Shari's Cuda. Who is Shari? Nobody, I don't know, but it says Dollar Gobbler, which of course it does. But this was sitting in a backyard in Minnesota for years before Kyle was able to rescue the car. Both cars. Okay, so here's the other part. That right there under the shaker is a Hemi 426 Hemi engine out of a Super Bee. And the Super Bee that came out of was sitting right next to the car. And he was able to rescue both of them, but could only bring one to MCACN. And behind it is a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette. And you're like, okay, Chevy Corvette. This is a real Z06 big tank car and it's a 327 fuel injection. It was used in SECA racing. You can see a picture back there. The owner of the car, who special ordered it, he was a pilot, or he was on two B-17 bombers in World War II that were downed. We don't know how, if they were shot or what, but he was down twice. He had a Silver Star. And when he came back, he was the service manager at Quality Chevrolet and learned about this build car before it was available, special ordered it and used it. And unfortunately, I believe he passed away or something happened, and the new owner was able to buy it and bring it to the show just a few months after purchase. I don't know much about this. It is a 1967 Z28 Camaro. It's a Yanko, from what the data is showing, and the tag. And it's got a high performance registry info. That is cool. Oklahoma. Definitely dusty. And this is the last car in the Barn Finds and Hidden Gems area, or what's considered that area. The 1969 Z28 Camaro. That was turned into a drag car. See big old meats on the back. Little skinnies up front with a big old fiberglass hood scoop on the hood. I have no idea what the history is on this. There is a little note here. I won't read it to you. I'll just show it and then you guys can read it. Well, yeah. This is the last Barn Find and Hidden Gem car for 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour through, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video from the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals Barn Finds and Hidden Gems Display 2024. I personally organize and set up that display with a variety of people. I'm the top. I mean, there's people above me, but for the Barn Find display, there's me and then all my friends that help me. Mike, Pat, Cheryl, the crew. The way we work it is at the end of Friday night, anyone who's left over comes and helps me because Barn Finds is always the last to set up. Fortunately, with so many cars coming from the Mopar 5150 people, it made it a lot easier. But right after that, I slept for basically 2 days straight. I didn't get a lot of sleep. If you watch my videos that I did during the show, I left every day about 3 o'clock in the morning, except for Sunday night when I got back to my room by 1:30, which was a highlight. And then, so that was Tuesday. Wednesday was prep for Thanksgiving. Thursday was Thanksgiving. And now over the weekend, I've been going through pictures, going through videos. I got a lot of stuff lined up here in the near future. But I just wanted to thank everyone who came and hung out in the section. It was, I believe, another top-notch display with such insane cars, Hemi cars, six-pack drag cars, Pontiac, what is it? Pontiac Grand Prix Hearst, the Rebel Machine, the Pontiac wagons, or the one wagon, the one convertible, the 421 Tribe. I mean, the cool cars that were there were amazing, and they deserve to be there. The tanker Z06 Corvette that came out of nowhere, it was really exciting to see it all come together and to be so well received by everyone. I know people say that I'm always talking to someone, but that happens. If you want to talk to me, just talk to me. Just, butt in, knock someone in the head, whatever. Okay, don't do that. But there's always going to be a line, and even when there's not, just come and talk. Like I said, we're all there because of the same passion for rusty gold, as they say. So I hope everyone had a nice time. You let me know, those of you that came to the show, and even if you didn't get into Barn Finds, what did you think of MCACN 2024? It really flowed well this year. The quality and quantity of the cars overall was amazing. We had everything from the GTO display up front to the black and white formal, the history of the Hemi, the classic 69. I mean, it really was a very well received, I think, line of cars. We even had my friend's 85 Cuda was there, and he said he was busy the entire weekend because people were so enamored with it, which made me very happy. What else is going on? Like I said, today it's December 1st. I think this coming weekend I'm going to St. Louis if I get the blue car back. Obviously, the blue car is not behind me because
Oh man, I think in the Yenko video I explained it a little bit. The last video was all about the Yenko Camaro that I helped uncover and document to the extent that I've probably never done. But obviously, you can see the minivan is in the garage because it was full of MCACN stuff, and with the blue car out of the way, I just left it in here. It's still full of a whole bunch of MCACN trinkets in here. I got to go through probably tomorrow when it's above freezing because right now, as we speak, let me see. This is max. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, well, my temperature gauge doesn't work. As of coming out here, it was 22 degrees out. And I have a little space heater that is keeping me from freezing to death. Um, but the blue car, hopefully, it should be fixed this week because I need it to go to St. Louis next week. Actually, I leave Thursday on that. Oh, I gotta do that in a hurry. But it's going to be a good time. I'm going down to the Clay and Sons, which is a Mopar salvage yard southwest of St. Louis. Every December, they have a giant holiday party in the yard. They fry up a whole hog and a whole bunch of turkeys. You bring a side. I'm taking me and Seth we're driving down Thursday, and I'll be back probably Sunday, maybe Monday. Not quite sure how that's going to work out, but I'll try to get some really cool videos because I know there's a bunch of stuff I want to check out while down there. But yeah, it's been a heck of a few weeks. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I do have 2 or 3 more Aero Warrior videos still planned, but the way the Yenko thing came together within days, and then the unveiling of the Superbird, I thought that was enough for that time period. But back to the regularly scheduled program. Every Monday, I drop a new video, 8 a.m. Central Time. And if you guys have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comments below or any of the social media links. And if you could, please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. That way I can keep going. Oh, that's right. I guess November is over. It's December now. But still, please share, like, and subscribe. That way this channel grows and I can, I don't know, afford to eat, which is something for a guy my size. I'll talk to you all soon. You guys stay safe.